I helped a car rental coach to 14x his potential revenue through emails by taking his email open rate from 3% to 42% in just under a week. And in this video, I'm going to show you all the things that we did to achieve such a crazy result so you can apply it for yourself and get similar results. But if you have more than 10,000 contacts on your email list and want me to audit it for you for free, then I have opened up just 5 spots on my personal calendar because I love to see people to make money with their email list. Hence, click the first link in the description and see if it is still available. If it is, book one. With that being said, let's jump right into the breakdown. Okay, so now we are on our document, and if you see, the first mail we sent while working with our email got only 2.4% email open rate, which is really bad. And if we just scroll a little down, you can see that the one of our emails got 41.7% email open rate within just under a week, and that is a massive improvement, which means that we increase the people who are going to see our marketing message and the offers that we are going to send them by 1400%, and with everything being the same. Now with everything I mean the click rate that the client gets, the people who lands on his landing page, who book the call with him, and who show up on the call and then get closed as a high ticket deal. If we keep all of those the same, we grew the potential sales, the potential revenue by 14 times, and that is a massive growth just by fixing a few things in email itself. So let's break down what we actually did. So to start with, I'll show you all the details. So the first two emails that we sent from our client's email account, which is Go High Level, the email number one was with the subject line, "I kind of ghosted you," because our client ghosted our email list and didn't send any email for last 6 to 8 months. So like we started with this particular email to warm up the email list, and we sent this to 42,000 people. The email delivered only to 34,528 people, which is only 69.2%, which is again really bad. That means that 30.4% people didn't receive our email at all because of some or the other errors, which I'll show you later. And out of that, only 3.6% people actually opened our mail, which is really bad. This is from email number one that we sent. If you come down, you can see this particular error, which is not send message as DND is active for the email, and it shows for every other email in the list, and this is the error I am talking about. Now when we send emails to a list of 42,000 people and 30% people don't receive the email at all, that gives a signal to Gmail that hey, this guy or this girl is doing some kind of spam activity, because 30% of the people are not receiving the emails at all. That means he probably have buyed some cold audience and directly sending the emails, which makes the system alert that this is a spammer and makes all our emails go into spam, and I'll prove you that. In email 2, you can see that the subject line was "Stop saving, it's killing your success." Now this is just a educational email from the client's end, so we kept it the same. Like he sent this particular mail, I guess, when he used to send emails actively, so we used the same mail by changing the content part to see how the subscriber reacts to the same mail, which they reacted well back in January, February. Now talking about the email number 2, the subject line was "Stop saving, it's killing your success." Now this is the same educational email that our client sent when he used to send emails actively. We repurposed that email by changing the main content, the main body of the email, to see how the subscribers react to the same email when we send it after an inactivity of 6 to 8 months. So that's the thing. We send it again to 42,000 people. It get delivered to only 34,487 people. Now again a little less than the previous one. Mail open rate was just 2.1%, which increased to 2.4%, the screenshot I showed you initially. And error was again of 30.7%, and everyone showed that the email DND is activated, which for sure gave Google the signal that this guy is doing some kind of spam. Now I asked this question to our client that hey, do you have any information about the reason why so many people are on DND? Because if everyone is on the DND out of 100% of our list, if 30% is on the D&D, why is that? Like, people don't want to hear from us, like you are doing some kind of spam, continuous promotion, or like we have some automation. Like, what is the thing why 30% of our list are on D&D? Why they don't want to hear from us? So he had no idea, because he was working with someone back in time, so he have no idea about why is that so. And he was also shocked because nobody actually informed him that this is the case, and I showed him that this has been the case since a very long time. So I don't know why you or anyone from your team didn't figure it out. But anyways, let's get to the next part, which is the campaign analysis. So I told him that we sure have serious spam issue, and here are the reasons. Our open rates are pretty low, and skipped error is a matter of concern. Now, talking about the email open rates, I'll just give you a thumb rule. Now, it might change from industry to industry, and based on like what kind of audience you have built overall. But if you have an email open rate of less than 15%, if you have less than this, you sure have a promotional problem, that your emails are going to promo. And if your emails open rates are less than like 8 to 9%, like if you have less than this, your emails are surely going to spam. Like, I am dead sure that it is going to spam, and there is no other activity, or it's not like people don't like your email, people are not like happy with your subject line. It is nothing related to that. If you have this kind of email open rates, then you have either a promo issue or a spam issue. So since we are getting email open rates between 2 to 3% consistently, then it is for sure that we have this spam issue. Perfect. Now, coming to the next point, which is skipped error is a matter of concern. As I explained you previously, that if we are sending emails to 100 people and only 60 people are receiving the email and 30 people are not receiving the email because of any issue, it could be that your email IDs are invalid. It is like your subscribers have put you in DND, or it could be some other error. Google, Yahoo, or other service providers don't care about that. It just sees that you are sending emails to 100 people and 30 people are not getting it, which triggers the spam alert and sends all of your emails to promotion to spam. So yeah, that's the matter of concern. Now, if we continue with this issue, we will miss a good amount of revenue every single month. Our primary aim needs to be increasing our email open rates to at least 8 to 10% consistently. Now, I am a big believer of under promising, because even if I know that with all the fixes that we are going to do, we can easily achieve email open rates of 15 to 20%. I like to just go incrementally, because I don't want to promise any massive numbers and then we don't get anything like that. So the point is, we need to increase our email open rates first of all before starting any sales campaign to 8 to 10% consistently, and this will alone increase our potential revenue by 3 to 3.5x, which means that our entire visibility, that the people who are going to view our marketing message offer, will increase by 300 to 350%. Considering the current email open rate, the average is like 3% approximately. So that's the entire thing. Now, this is important to mention here, because all of the coaches I have worked with and all of the clients in general wants me to do some kind of a magic, that hey Harsh, you come to our system and do your magic and get sales from our emails. And that is not the case. We first have to optimize all the things. We have to first do the groundwork, and based on that foundation that we do, we build all of our things, and which leads ultimately to making money. So that is the entire thing. So it is very much important to tell you, if you are watching this video and have a bad or decent open rate, first like put all of your resources, put all of your energy, time to increase your email open rate. Once you have a good email open rate, your marketing message will be seen by many people, and then you can make actually more sales. If you try to like make sales, for example, if you are getting an email open rate of, let's say, 5%, if you have a email list of 10k, that means that only 500 people will be seeing your emails. So when only 500 people will going to see your emails, that means if we just see that only 1% of the people convert through emails for high ticket deals, if we just assume that, then out of this 500, you will only get 5 sales. Again, it is a huge assumption that you will get this particular thing. But if we just fix this particular thing, if we just move this 5% to at least 15%, then 1500 will see, and then you will get this number, or sorry, this number to 15 sales. Now 15 sales is a massive increase to your bottom line. So like, think about that first. So yeah, anyways, moving ahead, what we actually did to fix it now. So here I have highlighted some pointers as green, so you understand that these are the points that we actually implemented, because I have suggested a lot of points to the client, and at some point in time we need some tech guys from his team or his team itself or him to like do that kind of activities, so we can achieve all of these pointers. But some or the other, how not everyone is available or not everyone is on the same page, so we just implemented a few things which I highlighted as green, and we implemented just that, and the result we got just the outcome of implementing those points. So since you know about that, you can like first focus on like implementing that if you are trying to increase your email open rates or any kind of metrics. So you can first focus on that, and then you can go for the next things which are not highlighted as green. First action step is activating hard bounce to invalid emails and email verification options. So we have two options here. This is go high level email marketing tool. So you probably don't have inside your email marketing tool if you are using ActiveCampaign, MailerLite, or any other tools like Git, MailChimp, or any other one. So you won't have this particular option inbuilt in your system. So we have the alternative to that as well. But for the client, we said that you need to activate the hard bounce to invalid emails and email verification option. So what this actually do is, this particular guy, what this do is, for example, if someone's emails get bounced, it directly announces that this particular email is invalid, and we don't need to send this particular like email to this particular address again. Which means is, for example, if you send email to 100 people, and out of 100, if we say like 10 gets bounced, this 10 will be announced as invalid emails. Now when they have announced that this is an invalid emails, the system won't send email to these particular addresses again. So next time when we select all of our audiences and send it to the entire list, the email will go only to the 90 people and not to these ones. Which means Google will see out of 100, if we see out of 100 we have 10 people, so basically we have 10% bounce rate, for example. From 90 we have none. So basically we improved our system. So Google can see it as that okay, so this guy is a legitimate guy who is doing email marketing in a right way, so we have to keep his emails in the primary itself, so we won't face any promotion or spam issue. So that's number one which you want to do. The next thing is email verification. So email verification is very important. So for now, if you have a list of 10,000 contacts or more, let's say, and if I say that out of that almost 2% will be invalid, for example, you abolish this particular thing by doing this, like hard bounce to invalid. You can just remove them within a next couple of emails, so these emails will be out of your system and your system will be clean. But you want to prevent any invalid email to come into your system itself. So what you can do is, like, you can start this email verification option, which if you are using Go High Level, it costs you $0.0025 per verification, and it is like really cheap in comparison to what you will be losing if you get those invalid emails into your system. Your email deliverability will suffer a lot. Your emails will go into promotion and spam, and the prospects that can actually convert into some kind of paid customer or a client, they won't see your marketing message or offer at all when you will send your emails. And you have to bear a cost to send emails every single time. Also, you have to bear a cost to keep those invalid emails into your system. So the point is, just do this, just activate email verification system. So it costs you very less in comparison to what you will be losing if they come into your system. So if you have Go High Level email marketing tool, you can simply just go into the settings part of your business and just activate this. Let me show you quickly. Okay, so we are loading one of our clients' Go High Level account, and I'll show you where to switch on this particular option. Okay, so now we are inside our client's Go High Level account, and you simply need to go to settings part. First of all, you have to be on the sub account. You don't have to be on the agency account. Be on the sub account which you use to send emails for your brand, and then click on settings and come to business profile here, and then scroll down and you will see all the options here. Scroll till general and you will see all the options here, like mark emails as invalid due to bounce, and verify email addresses when first email is sent to a new contact. So you can just check mark this particular option to turn them on. Simple as that. We are done with our first point and moving to the next point, which is remove all the skipped contacts from your backup. So basically we have almost 13,000 contacts when we check inside the Go High Level account who have activated DND or are invalid or some kind of that. So we just have to remove all of these people from our account, so we don't have to bear them. Our account gets clean and we can only vouch on the people. So for example, if you have a list of 42,000, whenever a promotion comes up, you vouch on this entire 42k people, and then you figure out the math that, hey, if I have 42 people on my list and even 1% buy from this, then I will get XYZ amount of sales. So we don't have to do it because this is not the real number, because out of this 13,000 contacts are not valid or they have initiated the DND. So we need to remove this particular thing and we will be just left with, I guess, 29,000 people. So we need to vouch on them and not on this entire number. So that's the thing. But the client said that we would like to keep them right now to see like what we can do with them in the later phase. The good thing about using Go High Level or ClickFunnels or all-in-one tool kind of things, you don't have to pay to these softwares based on the number of contacts you have. You pay on the amount of emails you send to them. So for example, if you are using tools like ActiveCampaign or MailerLite or Kit or MailChimp or any other tools, you have to pay based on your contact. So if you are having contact list of 30k, you will be paying a certain amount. If you have contact list of 40k plus, you will be paying them more amount. So it's better that you just remove this directly, because my client is using Go High Level, so he's okay to keep them because he don't have to pay anything extra to keep them in the account. So that's a recommendation because you can save money that way. Now next thing is remove all the bounced contacts, almost 1k contacts. So again, you don't have to keep them because now these are worse than like keeping this skipped contacts, because in this particular part, actually we can like resubscribe them or we can do some kind of activity to make sure they are on our list again and they are like receiving our emails again. We cannot do anything with bounced mails because they are just wrong emails. So like we just have to remove them. 2k are invalid contacts, so again we have to just remove them because we cannot do anything with them because they are in general wrong emails. So just remove them. Then building an automated list cleaning system. Now this is a key element to keep your email list clean. You cannot do it manually every single month, every single week, or every once in 2 to 3 months. You don't have to. You can just have a automated list cleaning system, which is a complete topic in itself for another video, and I'll show you like how to build an entire system. For now, just you have to keep it because for example, if someone unsubscribe from your email list, if someone is detected as invalid, or if someone like get bounce, and like whatever happens, whatever bad activity happens, if someone like puts you into spam, if someone reports you as spam, so like if any of these activity happens, we want to make sure that these people are getting unsubscribed from our list and they are not on our list by any chance. Because we don't want to, like, if we have a list of 10k and if we just if these guys are, for example, making up to, let's say, 2k, we are having 20% of inactive contacts, and when we will be sending emails to the entire list for any promotion, for any marketing thing, Google will see that, hey, 20% of the people are not actually getting the emails. That means this guy is doing some kind of cold activity, put it into spam. We don't want to do it. So have a automated list cleaning system, very much important. So here we segmented the entire list and we are only going to send emails, at least for the first couple of weeks, to the people who are engaged with us, who have engaged with our emails in the past 120 days. So we just did this particular thing and we got as 5,143, which makes the point. I always say to all the entrepreneurs, to all the coaches, to all the business owners, only 30% of your list is actually active. Only 30% of your list, and that is the best case possible, best scenario I'm telling you. 30%, not in terms of like 30% open rate you will get every single day. I'm talking about if you have 100 people on your list, only 30 people are going to in a span of 1 to 2 months, right? So I just say that you have 30% active audience, that's it. So basically here also the rule of 80-20 come into play, that all of your efforts, all of your money, all of your things are getting done by this 20% only. So 20 to 30% is your active list. So if you want to like take it as 80-20 or 70-30, it's up to you, but all of your money is going to come from this small list, like 20% or 30%. All the people you will get as buyers for your paid workshops, for your paid webinars, for your paid challenges, for any of the paid small ticket products, or people who are going to book call with you and showing up to your call and getting transformed as a high ticket client. Like everything will happen from this segments only. These big segments will just be there and suck your money, so you cannot do much about that. The only thing you can do is like have an automated list cleaning system, so people who are not engaging with your emails for three months, they directly get unsubscribed through the email list. So you only have the best quality audience who you can bet on. That's the entire strategy for getting your email marketing right. Cool. Now the next thing is, if we go a little down, the next thing is connecting your sending domain with Google Postmaster and Microsoft SNDS. Now what are they? What is this Google Postmaster and what is this Microsoft SNDS? So basically Google Postmaster is a tool developed by Google for sure, which keeps a track of your entire email in general, email address. So for example, if I have xyz at the rate domain.com, if I have this particular email, I link this particular email with my what's it, Google Postmaster and Microsoft, which keeps a track of that how Google and Yahoo is seeing your email address as. So they track this particular domain, what is the reputation of this domain in general. If the reputation of this domain is good, if people are not spamming it out, if nothing is bad thing happening to them, that and your emails will land in primary based on whatever activity you do after like having this technical parts right. It's also a matter of what kind of email subject lines you send to this particular audience, how many promotional words, how many like what level of promotional emails you send to your list. So like a lot of things depend, but everything comes after this, because if you are messed up just here, if your domain is like in a bad state, your emails are meant to go in spam or promotion. So make sure you integrate your email, your domain with Google Postmaster and Microsoft SDNS. Google Postmaster is for Gmail, obviously, and Microsoft SDNS is for Yahoo, which are two of the biggest players when it comes to email service providing activities. So in case, again, if you are into Go High Level, if you are using that, you don't have to go anywhere else. So you can like directly integrate your emails inside GHL itself, and I'll show you where. Again, coming to our client's email account, you can just scroll down a bit and click on email services here. So when you click on email services, you will get all the required things about emails inside this particular thing. So here it is. You can directly go to the Postmaster tools here in the top menu, and you can integrate your Google Postmaster here, and you can integrate your SNDS here, Microsoft SNDS here. So now, in case if you don't have this particular thing, if you are not using Go High Level, if you are using any other email marketing software, then you can simply go to a browser and search for the same thing. Search for Google Postmaster. Go to that, and I'll also show you like what kind of results or what kind of tracking you can get through it, because I have one of my clients' email linked to that. Cool. So if you come here, you can see this particular domain linked to it, and I'll just click on that, and we can see like what kind of data it actually tracks. So now we have like extended the period for last 120 days, and we can see this particular graph. If you see here, the spam rate, the users reported spam rate is like 1.7%. So one of our clients sent this email to their entire list, and he didn't like cleaned his list, so he got this particular spam rate as well. If we change the spam rate to, let's say, IP reputation, we'll see what kind of IP reputation we are having right now. So if you see, you can see that green is high, yellow is medium, and low, 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 low. So basically, this one of our clients who we are not working with currently, like had this particular graph, and before he used to be in yellow and green, now he is all into yellow and red. Like bad is still yet to happen, but yeah, that's the thing. If we go towards the authentication, so we can see like if we have authenticated our SPF, DKIM and DMARC record well or not. So you can see all of the data here. If we just change that, if we come to, let's say, domain reputation, it is not showing anything. I don't know why. Probably there is some issue with the Postmaster tools, but now you have an idea like what are the details that it tracks. And now when you know that your IP reputation is bad, you do all the effort, you put all the effort in your like subject lines, in your content, in your email body, in whatever you want to do. But when your IP server is bad, nothing can save you. Your emails are meant to go into promotion, into spam. So yeah, that's the entire thing. And just to track that, just to get this data, you can simply integrate your email with Postmasters and SNDS tools, and again, it is free. So yeah, do it. Now coming back to our doc, we asked the client to change the reply to email from info@domainname.com to mike@domainname.com. So now we cannot like reveal the brand of our client, so we just change it to domain name. And we used to send the emails from this particular email, which is mike@domain name. And he, I don't know why, wanted to get all of his emails, like reply to his emails to this particular email only. And we talked with him. He said that the team handles that, and this is his personal email, so he don't want to ruin it by getting all the replies into that. But I said that then what is the like how Google will come to know that this particular email is credible or not? Because for example, if you are sending an email by this particular email, like for example, here is an email and you send this to 42,000 people, and Google sees that okay, you have sent this particular thing and nobody is replying to your email back. They are replying, but they are replying to some other email, which is this one. So the credibility of this email is nothing. But when, for example, I'll just remove some things. If I remove this, if we are sending email to this 42,000 list, and if all the people are sending the replies back to this particular email only, and client replies back to them, like again back to this particular guy, and this exchange happened between, this is our client and this is his audience, and here is an exchange happening between emails. Google, Yahoo, Red, Hotmail, whatever, is seeing that people are exchanging their emails between them. So basically, they are friends, and where the email of our friends land into? Primary. That is the entire thing. So we want people to reply to our main email only, which we are using to send our emails, and we also want to interact with them, and that is the next point here. Replying to every single email that we get as reply, and consider changing 3 to 4 replies as well. So it's not like this is us and here is our audience and we send this particular mail, they replied back us and we did nothing, or if we did, we just replied back. We want to ask a certain question, something around whatever they replied us to, so they can again reply back and then we can again reply. So this exchange needs to happen, so Google and other service providers will see, okay, this is a legitimate guy or girl, and we want to keep the emails of this particular person into primary only because he is a good guy. Simple as that. Cool. Now coming to this particular point, creating a Google workspace for sending domain. Now Gmail is the top email provider in the entire world, and most of the people use Gmail for their email inbox. So we need to make sure that we are making Google as happy as possible by giving them as much as data as possible, because everything works on data these days. So Google need to figure it out that if you are a good person or not, and they can only figure it out by having as many data as you can send it to. So for example, if you link your business domain with Google Workspace, then Google gets all of your data in terms of like what kind of activity you are doing. Like if for example, here is Harsh and here is you, this is Harsh, this is you. So if I sent you one email, for example, I send this like more people, and this like 42k people, and everyone like replying back to me again and again, again and again. Google sees that, okay, guys are replying to Harsh back, and Harsh have his domain linked with Google Workspace, which means Google can actually track that, yeah, these guys are actually replying back to Harsh, and what Harsh is doing, Harsh is actually opening all of the mails and replying back to them. So Google can actually track all of these activities. When it have all the information that Harsh is a good guy, it keeps my emails into primary itself. At least for the people who are replying, who are engaging with my mails, I will be forever in their primary until and unless I do some kind of bad activity or like say something which offend them, and they actually put me to their spam or like unsubscribe. So until some kind of thing happen, I will always land in primary, at least for all of these people and for many more who are like coming new to my list. So that's the entire thing. The next thing is asking people coming in from VSL and course funnel to reply to our first automated mail. Now, all of the coaches, if you are a coach watching this mail, every one of us have one funnel where we get all of our leads from. It could be a free lead magnet funnel, it could be a webinar funnel, it could be challenge, SLO, whatever funnel. Nothing matters. We want to make sure that people reply to our first email. Now, how this is possible? For example, you have a simple VSL funnel. For example, you have a landing page here, a landing page. Then you have a VSL page, and then you have an application, and then you show up to the call live on Zoom or whatever, and then you get money. Simple funnel. Now, when you run ads or Instagram or YouTube or whatever, you bring people to this page, people have to opt in, right? So what we want to make sure is people are getting one email saying, hey, I'm sending this email to test you that you are receiving my emails or not. And if you are getting one, just reply got it, so I know and I can send all the details here, something around that lines. And it applies to all the funnels. If you are doing a free online event, it could be anything, challenge, SLO, webinar, workshop, boot camp, whatever, make sure you have this. And if you are like doing it paid as well, if you are doing a paid thing, still do this, because we want to make sure, for example, if 1,000 people came into our email list through a webinar funnel, then out of them, even if like we get 20% people to reply, which is like very easy, super easy, Google will see you that, okay, 20% people are replying to his emails, which means he's a legit guy or a girl. We want to make sure that we keep his or her email into primary. Simple as that. So make sure you make that happen, and we made that happen for the client. Perfect. Now, I already explained these points. Coming to using longer anti-promo code in email footer. Now, most of the people don't know about this. Our email goes to promotion not because of the promo words we use, but because of the promotion percentage we have. So for example, if you have an email of word length 100 words, and if you have, let's say, 10 promotional words, which we cannot define at this point in time, because even this word, like number 1, is a promotional word. You can simply search spam triggers for your email marketing software, and you will come across all the spam triggers which those email marketing tools have identified. So even this particular word is a spam trigger or a promotional trigger. So we cannot, at this point in time, we cannot define which word is actually a promotional word. So if you are having 10 words as a promotional words, it means that your promotional percentage is 10. And with any promotional percentage above 1%, it is going, like, it has a very high chance that it will land into the promotional folder unless you have a very good engagement with your list and your IP and domain reputation is top notch. So that's the thing. and Google and other providers are getting stricter every single day. So yeah, you have to make sure that this doesn't happen. So now we cannot figure out what are these 10 promotional words are, like apart from Black Friday, offer, buy now, bonus, get it, click here. Apart from all of this, like words like these, if are promotional word, then what we can do, we can only increase the word count here. So if we make 100, from 100 if we go to 1000, for example, with 10 promotional words, we can land up into 1%. Our promotional percent significantly decreased to 1%. Now the point is, what email we need to write to make it to 1000 words, or like how anyone in the world is going to read an entire article of 1000 words. Nobody is going to read it, and hence we don't have to prepare it as well. What we can simply do is, our main email still can be of 100 words. For example, this is our email. Very bad drawing. I'll just remove this. Yeah. So for example, you have this particular email, and you have your email till this point in time, and you have 100 words entirely. That's perfect. You don't have to change anything here. You can simply add a footer branding text here, like about us, privacy, we value your privacy, like entire things like terms and condition, XYZ thing, which don't have any sorts of promotional words. And when you add that, for example, if you add that 900 words here, your entire email become 1000 words, and you only have your promotional words in this particular part, which is 10. So your entire email promotional percentage is just 1%, and that's when we win. So that's the entire thing. So we made that happen as well. And then the last and the final thing is, keep sending emails and wait for 7 to 10 days. Simple as that. Once we do all of these changes, it won't happen like overnight, like we did all the changes and then tomorrow we'll send one email and we will be getting good open rates. We will eventually increase to that. So I remember that when we did all of these changes, we went from 3% to first 15% in the next mail, then we went to 25%, then we went to, I guess, I am not sure, like probably 30-40% something, and then we finally land to 42%. Like this was the entire journey. But obviously you will see some kind of increment right away when you implement all of these things. So if you want such kind of results for yourself, you can simply go here and book a call with us. If slots are still available, and if you want me and my team to write free email sequence for you absolutely for free again, you can go on this particular link and apply for that. If you qualify, we will write one sequence for you for free. And if you want to collaborate with us to scale your coaching business to multiple six-figure months, then for sure go here and apply it again, and if you qualify, we would love to work with you. That's all for this video. I believe if you are watching the video till this point, you have got a lot of action steps to increase your email metrics and hence start implementing. If you want the access to that doc I shared in this video, then get the direct link from the description. And again, if you have more than 10,000 people on your email list and want me to audit it for you for free, then check if the slots are still available by clicking the first link in the description. You can also watch our another sexy case study breakdown by clicking the video on your screen right now.